Hello, wheel watchers, and welcome back to the channel. Get ready for a whirlwind of vowels, consonants, and life-changing spins because we're diving into the complete, uncut episode of Wheel of Fortune from October 17th, 2025. You woe and want to miss a single second of the action we have lined up for you today. Tonight, we are re-meeting three incredible contestants who are ready to put their puzzle-solving skills to the ultimate test. First up, we have Sarah, a kindergarten teacher from sunny San Diego, California. She's hoping to win big to fund a brand new playground for her students. Next, we have David, a retired firefighter from Chicago, Illinois, whose dream is to take his entire family on a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Italy. And rounding out our trio is Maria, a software developer from Austin, Texas, who's got her eye on that shiny new car on the stage. Three amazing people, three big dreams who will come out on top. Let's get right into our first toss-up puzzle. The category is thing. The letters are appearing. Can you solve it at home? And just like that, Maria buzzes in with incredible speed. She solves a winning strategy, adding a quick $1,000 to her name and earning the right to spin the wheel first. What a fantastic start for her. The energy in the studio is already electric. Now, Maria gives that iconic wheel its first big spin of the night. She's looking to build on her early lead. The wheel is clicking past some big money values, and it lands on $500. She calls out the letter T. Yes. There are 3 T's in the puzzle. It's another $1,500 in her bank. She's on a roll. The category for this round is food and drink. Maria decides to buy a vowel, the letter E. The board reveals for ease. She's playing this perfectly. With a confident smile, she spins again, avoiding that dreaded bankrupt. She lands on the express wedge. This is a huge moment. If she calls a correct consonant, she can hop on the express and call letters for $1,000 each without spinning. But it's a high-risk, high-reward play. One wrong letter and she loses everything. What will she do? She decides to go for it. The audience is on the edge of their seats. She calls an N and there are 2 of them. She's officially on the express train. She calls C, H, and buys an O. The puzzle is becoming clearer and clearer. She solves freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. Unbelievable. Maria has just cleaned up in the first round, banking an incredible amount of cash and starting the game with a massive lead. Now it's time for our second toss-up puzzle. The category's on the map. The letters pop up one by one. This time it's David who rings in. He correctly solves the Great Lakes, putting $2,000 on his scoreboard and giving him control of the wheel. It's anyone's game, and David is ready to close the gap. David starts his spin. The category is phrase. He lands on a respectable $700 and calls a very popular letter S. Vanna touches the board to reveal 3 S's. David's off to a solid start. He spins again, and this time he hits the mystery wedge. He calls a D. Yes, there's 1 D. Now he has a choice. Does he flip the wedge? It could be $10,000 on the back, or it could be a bankrupt. The crowd is cheering him on. He decides to risk it. He flips it over and it's the $10,000. What a gamble, and it paid off. The studio erupts. David's total soars. He then confidently solves the puzzle, a step in the right direction. David is right back in this competition. We move on to the next round, and the category is same name. Sarah is up, and she needs to get on the board. She starts with a good spin, landing on $650. She calls an R. There are two of them. She buys an A and an I. The puzzle is tricky. She spins again, and this time she hits the wild card. She picks it up after correctly guessing the letter P. This could be a game changer for her later on. After a few more turns, Sarah puts it all together and solves pineapple and pizza topping, finally getting herself into the game with a nice chunk of cash. The competition is incredibly tight as we head into the final rounds. It's time for our last toss-up, worth $3,000. The category, what are you doing? The letters fill in quickly, and Sarah buzzes in again. She solves booking a flight online, adding to her total, and securing her spot as the one to start the final spin round. The final bell has rung, and Pat gives the wheel that last spin. Consonants are now worth a whopping $5,000 each. This round could change everything. Sarah starts things off. The category's living things. She calls a B. No B. Ouch. Control passes to David. He calls an L, and there are two of them. $10,000, just like that. He buys an E. The crowd is going wild. He calls a G. Yes, another $5,000. The puzzle is a flock of bluebirds. David solves it, and in a stunning turn of events, he pulls ahead at the last possible moment. What a comeback. David is our big winner tonight and is heading to the bonus round. David has won over $30,000 in cash and prizes so far, but he's not done yet. Spins the small wheel and lands on the G in America's game. Pat takes the envelope. The final category is thing. David is given the standard RSDL now. A few letters pop up, but the puzzle is still tough. He chooses his additional letters C, D, M, and A. The clock starts. He has 10 seconds. He's thinking hard, looking at the board. A major project. A major ... He's so close. The buzzer sounds. Time is up. Pat opens the envelope to reveal what he was playing for. It was the $100,000. So close. The correct answer was a major breakthrough. Even though he didn't solve the final puzzle, David is still leaving with a fantastic amount of cash and an unforgettable experience. What an incredible episode. Congratulations again to David, and a huge round of applause for Sarah and Maria, who played a fantastic game. The puzzles were tough, the spins were dramatic, and the energy was off the charts. Thank you so much for joining us to watch this full episode of Wheel of Fortune. If you enjoyed the show and want to see more classic game show action, make sure to hit that like button. Drop a comment with your favorite moment. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel so you never miss an upload. We'll see you next time.